What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Draco-Beamn. Before we even get started, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It helps get me into the algorithm, and it also encourages better content from me to you. Shout out to the Glico gang. Shout out to the subscription gang. Gang. Also, it's been 10 whole days since I done dropped a video, but along the way, I've been recording and doing a lot of editing, right? And also work, man. Life and these bills keep billing and these kids keep kidding. Golly. Stressing a brother out. So today I come to drop another banger. Archon Type B. Let's get straight to it. Barrel length 4.3 inches. This is the first version. This is not the second version. I did stipple my version. The texture on this is very aggressive on my version, right? And I used the Wild One Enforce Light. I also used the EPS carry. This is the version with the solar on the top. I did change out the sights on mine. I would have appreciated it if, they were a little bit lower in the front. However, this build did turn out phenomenal. What makes this also so phenomenal, what makes this also phenomenal is that I ported my version. You can see it's ported. And so what this does is it basically allows for the firearm to have less felt recoil. So we're going to start at the top of the firearm. I already explained the EPS carry. I already explained the sights. This does have an extended dovetail on there. And then it has these indentions. I guess it kind of simulates where your hand would be when you're holding on to the grip, where your tendons go, to help them relax so you can get a tight grip on the firearm, higher real estate on the firearm, as well as relax your hand so you are able to shoot the firearm, just more adequately and more accurate, right? Just super dope. I like the boxy look of it, but I also like the ergonomics of it. It's just something that you don't see every day. And it kind of reminds me of the Daniel Defense. I think it was called the Daniel Defense 2 or something like that. But it definitely reminds me of that, definitely because of the low bore axis and just how it feels. The recoil on this is second to none. The slide is butter. I did polish the internals, but listen at this. Jeez. Listen. Just butter. So just imagine shooting this. And as you can see in the video, just phenomenal, right? And also, let's check out the trigger. So we already racked it. It does have a flat face trigger that is extremely wide. So you do have enough real estate to get your fingers on there, your shooting finger on there. It's super short and crisp. I mean, I could just do this all day. And some people about to be mad at me. Look how short that break is. No over travel. Some people about to be mad at me when I say this. Listen. You listening? This trigger. This is just about as good as the Canon. Listen. It's just about, if not better, than Canon's trigger. Listen. Don't tell nobody. It's almost better than the Combat. The Tyrant Tactical. Yes, I mean it. It's that good. It's that good. And while I was at the range, I had to pull somebody aside. And you know what I said to him? I said, listen, tell me how good this trigger is. And tell me what comparison would you make of this trigger of what all the other striker firearms on the market that you have tested out. And you know what they said? This is better than Canix. And I promise you, I'm almost 95% sure that this is comparable to Canix triggers straight out the box. And the only thing, look how short it is. Crisp. Remix. I had to run it back. Let me run it back one more time for you. The only thing that separates this trigger from the Canix triggers is probably the break. That's the only thing that separates it. It's probably the break, right? This one is slightly longer just by a hair. And then the trigger weight, the trigger pound, right? I would say this is smooth 6, but it's so crisp that it doesn't interrupt your shot while you're shooting, while you're at the range. It's easy to control. It reciprocates forward, and then you got your crisp break. Overall, just a phenomenal firearm. I do like the serrations in the front. How do they feel in the hand? They feel decent. It's not too bad. It's not something that's gonna hurt your hand or hurt your fingers. I got man hands. Shout out to the baby hands, baby booty hand boy. But shout out to y'all. The serrations on the firearm, they feel pretty decent. Not too abrasive, but they do get the job done. Also, which makes this phenomenal, this isn't like on a Browning system. The inside of this firearm, you do have a locking bolt nut, no diddy. So basically, the barrel doesn't tilt. The barrel just slowly rotates as the slide is in battery. Let me see if I can show you from this distance. You see, it doesn't tilt. It doesn't tilt. So it just goes straight back, which is probably one of the best features of this firearm. So you don't get a lot of recoil that's, upwards recoil. You may get slightly felt recoil, which is going backwards as the firearm is in battery. So just overall, just a phenomenal firearm. Just phenomenal. Let's talk about accuracy. Super accurate. Sorry about that. Super accurate. I don't have any problems while I'm at the range when I'm using this. You do get the double undercut trigger, and you also, the trigger well is just big enough if you do have on gloves. I'm gonna be real with y'all, and let's just pause this video for a second. Have y'all ever posted in Reddit? Like, have y'all ever took y'all build that y'all so proud of and y'all post y'all firearm in Reddit? Let me tell you something. The gun community in Reddit is horrific. These folks, if you got feelings, they gonna hurt your feelings. I don't really have a big care in the world what people have to say about my firearms. I'm just being completely honest. I build things that are practical for myself. After I get done building things that are practical for myself, I like to share it to the world, because there may be other people that may be in my position or in my situation that have, certain type of struggles when it comes to firearms, that may like my build, or it's functional, is what I'm trying to say. It's functional for me. It may not be functional for everyone else, but it's functional for me. But listen, these folks on there will chop your posts apart. I just sit back in the evening time right before I go to bed and just start cracking up laughing. But anyway, let's just get back to the video. That was super random, but the only reason why I say that is because I love the Wild 1 and the Wild 2 Enforce lights. I just think they're phenomenal lights that go on your weapons. This is the machining on there is extremely well. The paddle, I love the paddle. It's just easy to manipulate, easy to turn on. I like how far back it goes to the mag well in just about every firearm, so you don't get this big gap between your finger, the mag well, and the paddle. I'm not going to get into the lighting portion. I just know that it lights up my room. I'm not really big into the Calvins and stuff. I am a photographer, but even with that, warming lights and all that stuff does play a big factor and a big role. But when it comes down to your life and you need to see something, like, a light is a light at the end of the day. I promise you. I can go put a $400 Surefire on every single last one of my 50 weapons that I own. However, it's just not a requirement for me. And what I'm not about to do is get on this channel and post a bunch of things that common folk can only wish and hope that they could get one day. I'm just an average Joe person, and I want to post average Joe things and let people know that, hey, if you put your creativity to it, if you do the work, you put the work in, you put the knowledge in, the studying on when it comes to the type of builds that you want to make, you can do it yourself. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to show off. I'm not a fancy type of person, bruh. But yeah, I'm a very humble person is all I'm trying to say. But yeah, this is a phenomenal firearm. One thing that I would take back, if I could do it all over again, would probably be the stippling. Now the stippling job that I have on here, I'm just gonna tilt it like this so you can see. The stippling job that I do have on here, it's not a bad stippling job, but it is a little bit abrasive for my hand texture. And definitely I'm heavy-handed, so I grip the grip of the handle of the weapon slightly harder than probably what I should, no diddy. But I'm learning to relax my hand a little bit more, and this helps with my accuracy and stuff like that. So I just thought this would be a dope share. I haven't showed you the other side of the firearm either, so. But in the video along the way, you will see clips of this. I did make clips of this, and also at the range and stuff like that, so everyone can just see. Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about the magazines. Let's talk about the magazines real quick before I cut out, because I do also have to do another review on something else. Stay tuned for my what's the name of that junk? Stay tuned for my Apollo 11 video. It is dropping. It's something I'm kind of taking my time on, since I did take my time on getting the machining, the build, everything just perfect, and also, you know, just recording and stuff like that. So it's just something that I want to be a great experience to, so I can share it to everyone else in this space. Back to the mags. It did come with 2 mags, and then you get your what is it, 17 round? This is 15 round mag. So you do get a 15 round mag that is flush with the firearm, just like this. Also, I forgot the brand of this. So if you do know the brand of this mag extension, please drop it in the comment section. I forgot the brand. However, I think it's like a +5. But I'm having a bad experience with this altogether, right? And so the experience that I'm having with this is, and I'm almost certain that they should have included a longer spring for it, because or I'm not sure at this point, honestly. Look, P game. So it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all. But one thing that I learned is that when I'm building this, I mean when I'm loading it up, I have to just put the exact amount of rounds in there that belongs with the regular standard, which is 15. Because if not, what's gonna happen is the rounds are actually gonna start to tilt inside of the magazine, and then it's almost like they're gonna get all loose, and then it's mad malfunctions that's happening. And so terrible design. I don't like it at all, but I use them because they're on there. But I just be mindful to just load 15 rounds in there, and that's not a big problem. But shout out to whoever made these, the manufacturer. This is not a diss, but this is something that you can take. And my screw fell out. Look at that. Yeah, just bogus. But anyway, I keep turning on this light. But anyway, overall, I would give this, I give it a 9 out of 10. It's a phenomenal build, and it's different. It's unique. I would like the Archon Type B Type 2 version, just so I could see. And I actually want to get one built, because it also has, you can send this in and you can get the what they call their Holy Grail trigger job done, and I think it's like $300 and some. It's lit. It's lit. It feels good in your hand. I love the cuts. Everything makes sense on here. Everything makes sense. This is everything you really want in an everyday carry firearm altogether. This is something that you want. Is this a cop? Most definitely a cop. I believe everyone should own one. Something different, and it's unique, and that's what I like. Something different, unique, and it's affordable. I think MRP is running around like 8 something. You can get these on sale for low as 7 something. But then you got to get your stipple job if you do want that, if you do choose the first version. I did get it ported right here, which is phenomenal. This helps on the felt recoil and the recoil altogether. This gun shoots extremely flat, you know, so, but you'll see in the video. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it, everybody. Thank you for helping my channel grow and welcoming you into my space. I love you. Glee!